Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today I wanted to talk about two things: the black market and the season store. I figured this was a pretty good time to go over those. I know I talked about the season store before, but it's always good to revisit it in hand with the black market because that means that you're done with the season. And so you're probably looking at things to pick up in both of these shops. So let's talk about what's the best and what to avoid so that you're not just wasting, like for instance, in the black market, you're not just wasting these dollars here. So as always, if you enjoy this, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's jump into this. When you're in the black market, you can click this little icon up top here, and this is going to tell you what is going to be free, a potential free gift, every time you reset this. So when you hit this little refresh at the bottom here, and I've already bought everything I wanted, so I'm going to hit that today because this is the first time I'm hitting this today. So I'm going to go ahead and reset this. And so all these items popped up here. You'll see there's always one that pops up in that first item, and that is always going to be free. So when you click on this little free tab, it's going to show you all the variations of free items. Obviously, the blue and the green, those are going to be a little more common. Every once in a while, you might get a little bit of resources. But if you get really lucky, super lucky, you get this legendary skill chip chest, which is awesome. That's cool that they throw this in. There's a chance you can get it. Over the course of the few weeks that you're going to have this open, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get this. So just be patient. You might get a free one. Then you also have a chance of getting this decoration item, the Joyful Bunny. This is after Season 3. So Season 1, Season 2, the items are going to be a little bit different. And then we also have these weapon shard choice chest. This is going to be available in every season, except for the heroes. The heroes are going to be a little bit different. So you're just going to have the first 3 after Season 1, then the next 3 after Season 2, and then you'll have all 9 of these after Season 3. And then scrolling down, you have some ore chests, you have some skill chip chests. I forgot to mention this shard pack here. This is a box of 5. So much better value than if you were to just pick up one of these singles. I've never pulled a 5 one before. That'd be super cool. I did, however, get a bunny for free. So unfortunately, I already got mine level 3, but oh well. Then, you have some of the stuff for Gorilla. So that's new with Season 3. You now have the Gorilla stuff in here. Nothing crazy. The bomb badges, I think, are probably the best value if you do get this for free. The certificates, 2 of those, that's kind of whatever. 2 doesn't really get you a whole lot. And then, of course, everything else. So, whoops. Go back in here. Then you have your discount items. Your discount items are the ones that are going to be up at the top where you see value and offer. These are going to be discounted compared to if you look at the row below. So I get 800 ore here for 100 of these dollars, where below I get 1,000 for 300. So a third of the value, but I'm only getting 4/5 of it for 1/3 the value. So I know it's a lot of fractions, but it's good value. So you're going to have the list of items here that are going to pop up on the discount and what you can expect to pay. And then if you click on the regular items here, you'll be able to compare that. So for instance, the legendary skill chip chest, this is going to be 400 or 4,000 if you get it in the bottom row. If you get it in the top row, it is now going to be 3,000. So not crazy value on some of the big ticket items, but it's a decent deal. The most common things are definitely going to be these weapon shards. You're probably going to get a lot of these weapon shards. These are probably going to be good to pick up, these bond badges. Those are going to be good to pick up. And then I would probably avoid the decoration chest. And just to kind of go over this, if you're looking at these items here and you're looking at the discount value items and you're trying to figure out what is going to be the best thing to buy, I would say if you get the skill chip chest, this is probably a good one to pick the packs to be able to purchase this. And then if you do get, say, the dragon or the lovely bears decoration items, if you don't have these to level 3, and that's the caveat, if you don't have these to level 3, then I would say pick these up. If they are already level 3 and you're trying to push them to level 4, I would say I wouldn't worry about these. I would save your cash for the big ticket items, like for instance, the legendary skill chip chest. If you do happen to have these legendary blueprints that pop up, that's a huge ticket item. And then the universal decoration components. These can pop up every once in a while. If you save up and get a bunch of these, you can get one after you bought 5 of these. That is the equivalent of buying one of these up here. So while it isn't as good a value as buying, say, the dragon, but if you already have the dragon or at level 3, or you already have the teddy bears at level 3, this is going to be better for you because then you can use it to upgrade another decoration that you don't have to level 3 yet. One of the holiday ones, I should say, because then you're going to get the bonus, whether that's skill damage, crit, or damage reduction. And then probably after that, training certificates, not terrible. I don't know. I don't know about the skill badges. I mean, if you're really focused on the Overlord, $100 for 2,000 of these, it's not a bad value compared to some of the other things. Obviously, you always have the drone parts here as well. So things I would say to avoid for sure: the random skill chip chest. I would say probably avoid this unless you are a very low spender, you're new to the game, say in Season 1 or Season 2, and you don't have legendary chips for all your teams yet, or you're just trying to get a bunch built up. Maybe you can pick this up because, it's not a bad value. I just don't like the random skill chip chest because you never know what you're going to use or what you're going to get, and if it's something that you're going to use. If you run, say, your first is air, your second is tank, and you get missile, well, great. Now you just wasted $1,500. And then if something like you get a gear blueprint, and now all of a sudden you don't have the money to buy it, now you have to go and purchase it. Getting a gear blueprint would probably have been a lot more beneficial to you than getting a random chest. Like I said, if it's the selection chest, then yeah, that is going to be more worth it picking that up than the random one. And then decoration chests, that's up to you whether you need those decoration items or not. Getting to level 3. Universal shards, most people don't need to pick those up anymore. If you're in Season 3 early on, you might if you're still working on all your teams. And then certainly pick these up. Every time you see the weapon shards for $60, pick those bad boys up. I would pass decoration chests, bond badges. I would say that's, not bad. And then when it comes to resources, this is kind of a toss up here because you can start using a lot of money because these do happen to pop up often. And so you can burn through a lot of money on some resources. And for me, when this event gives you things like legendary prints, drone parts, you have the decoration components here, a lot of other things that are harder to come by than resources. That is why I hesitate to say pick up resources here, unless you have a lot of this money laying around and you're really close to a build or you're getting tier 10 tech. Maybe pick up one of these packs or something. I know I did this on my mini account. I picked up a little bit of iron because I'm trying to get my Headquarters 29 started and I'm really, really, really low on iron. So I did pick up a box or 2 of iron, but I'm not going crazy. I'm not buying a bunch of gold. I'm not buying a bunch of food every time these pop up. It was just a couple times that I bought the iron. Otherwise, I am searching for gear blueprints. I am searching for these hero shards. And that's kind of it. And then going to the regular items, I would say unless you are a heavy, big, huge spender, don't buy these. Don't buy any of these out of here because they're going to be extremely expensive in comparison to if you were to get them in the discount. However, things like the 5 legendary prints, as you can see, that is 1,000 per print, where if you come into here, it's 600 per print. So you're paying a significant premium to buy 5 of them at a time. And so that's getting into, essentially whale territory. If you're willing to forego that discount and just buy 5 of these for $4,000 cash, you're getting into whale territory if you're trying to spend like that. Same thing with the selection chest. If you're really, really in a pinch, you're getting close to getting a big level 5 upgrade, and you really needed a skill chip chest, this is just $1,000, or I'm saying $1,000. This cash $1,000 more than it would be in the discount store, maybe, but you still have an opportunity of getting one of these to pop up later on. So don't always stress early on and try to think you got to pick up all the big ticket items early on. Wait, take your time, see what pops up in the discount. Take your time with the discount. And just remember, there's always a chance that some of this stuff pops up for free. So don't get stressed out and think you have to buy everything the first couple of days. You just take your time, because you got weeks to go through this stuff to pick up what you want, what you need. And, like I said, absolute last case, worst case scenario, you can pick up some things from the bottom row here, but this stuff is not good value at all. Okay, so I'm going to roll through here just like I normally would. I don't think I have, let me check my bingo. So this is one of the only ways to get some of this cash here to start off. And I need to go do a truck. Let me go do that real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so I ran my truck, open this box. All right, so we got a little bit of cash. Let's see what we end up with. I'm just going to get the free one here. I'm not going to, waste a bunch of this cash on ore. I can get 800 ore pretty quickly other ways. All right, so then I'm going to pick this up. Not getting speed ups. Again, I don't get speed ups resources typically in here. But decoration components, it's hard to pass that up. I'm going to pick that up. And then same thing here. Oh, okay, see, I got ore for free. Didn't need to buy it last time. And then I'm going to pick these 2 up because exclusive weapons. Always need those. Flip this. Pick this bad boy up here. I'm going to pass on the training certificates, which is the Overlord stuff here. I'm going to pass on it. Like I said, this is going to be going on for a few weeks. If I really needed some later on, I could pick some up later. I am still waiting to figure out if they're going to release the new Overlord or not, and if I need to be saving up a bunch of these. I already have about 900 or so in my back pocket ready to go for the new Overlord when they come out. So I'm waiting to see on that. For right now, I'm going to pass on that because it is only 5. It's not going to do a ton for you. And here again, I already have this to level 3, so I wouldn't pick this up anyways. Skill medals. I think I'm going to pass on that. It's only 1,000 skill medals. I get 1,800 to 2,000 every arms race event, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. Get my free. Nothing here that I want again. And then, wow, back at it. More legendary shards. Another round of decoration components. Always good to see. And boom. Okay, so we are short on that. Let's see if the Champions Duel. Cool. Okay. Got a little cash. No, but do I want... That's the thing, though. 20 drone parts for 400 cash. And if you think about it, so if you go into the pack store here, not looking at the $5 pack. Obviously, the $5 pack is very, very good value. You're getting 800 for $5 versus 1,000 for $10. So you're getting a lot more when you spend the $5. So if I'm looking at this as if I spend $10 for 1,000, which is basically $100 per dollar spent. So this is $4 for 20. So it's not a bad value, but when you look at the packs, when you buy the packs at the beginning of the week during the drone versus day, see when you spend $5, you will get not only the 20 parts, but you're also getting some of the skill chip chests and some gems and things like that. So you're getting a little more for that $5. So to spend $4 on 20 parts, I wouldn't necessarily say that's worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably just let this sit here. I'll see where I'm at the end of the day, because I got a few of these items that I'll probably end up doing. Recruit 100 heroes, help allies, complete radar tasks. So yeah, I'll probably end up clearing some of these items out here, getting a bunch more cash. So we'll see. I don't know. I might pick this up at the end of the day. But again, it's not a sprint. This is a marathon. It's going to take weeks to get through all this stuff. So don't stress. Take your time. And just remember, if it's something you're on the fence about and you're not quite sure, just think there could be something good that pops up after that. And if you had purchased it and then say some decoration components or some exclusive weapon shards popped up and you had purchased those drone components and you're sitting there, or sorry, drone parts, and then you're sitting there kicking yourself thinking, man, maybe I really shouldn't have used it on that. I could have bought these instead. So just think about that when you're going through this as well. All right, real quick, because this always comes up, people are always asking this question. I know I've covered it before, but what to buy in the season store? And it does come down to, what season you're in, how many points you got, are you free to play, are you not? And even so, a lot of players tend to pick up the base skins. Don't buy the pyramid base skin. Just don't do it. It's a huge waste. You have to equip it. Otherwise, you get no value from it. So it's one of those things where you use it or lose it. And it absolutely sucks when you are trying to use something else, another base skin, and then you have this sitting there not getting any value from it. So once you buy it, you basically just got yourself stuck to where you always have to have this base equipped. So don't do that to yourself. Either save up until the next season and then pick one of these bases up here, because these are going to give you the holding and stat, but the attributes here. And it's going to be 3% attack, 3% defense, and that's going to be the same for all of these down here. They're going to be 3% attack, 3% defense. So pick up one of those three. Obviously, the first one, this is not going to be available until after the season ends, and it's not going to be available until the next season starts. So after season 1, don't buy anything. If you're picking up things in the shop, got a judgment. You want to work on getting this up to level 3. And then I would say the Mythic Prince here. This is a really, really good way for free-to-play players to pick up a few Mythic Prince. So pick up some of these. But I would say God of Judgment is probably one of the bigger items in here to pick up. And Throne of Blood, it's okay. Nothing crazy. If you're getting close to getting this up a level, this is only 40 points. So it's not bad to pick up. Otherwise, skill points, profession change certificate, I would just avoid all that stuff. That's you can burn through a lot of skill medals, or sorry, merits, buying skill points. I just wouldn't do it. I would save them. If you're not buying Mythic Prince, if you're not buying the God of Judgment, I would just wait until season 2 or 3 started, and then if you can, buy the base skin. Otherwise, just wait and then buy the base skin after the end of the next season when you get your points for the season, and then pick those up. And then if you have anything left, pick up the God of Judgment or Mythic Prince, whatever else you need. Sorry, I didn't mention this at the beginning. So when you have the black market going on, there's a couple different ways you can pick up the cash. One is to buy the packs here, which is very similar to a lot of other events. You're going to have the $5, which is going to be the best value. And then outside of that, you have the bingo task, and you just have these daily tasks here that you can do, and you'll get not only cash when you do these each individual ones, but then when you open up all these boxes, you'll get these. And then down at the bottom, when you finish everything, you will unlock this gold chest and get you a ton of cash and some other rewards. And then you also have the Champions Duel. When you donate, so you donate these little rockets, you'll get a little bit of cash, and you'll be unlocking these boxes at the top here. And as you do so, you're getting cash, you're getting weapon shards, and various items as you go along the top here, you'll see. So So a bunch of free rewards, getting some cash here, and then you'll want to save cash because when you get into the actual fighting stage, which happens after week 1, you will be able to start betting on people. And that is when you want to have, a thousand or more cash on hand to start betting on players. You could bet 100, 200 or something like that. And you'll get a chance to get either double or triple or quadruple the cash back. So if you bet, say, 400 and you get 4 times back, that's 1,600 cash that you'll be able to get. So just keep that in mind. Don't always just blow through all your money. And you'll have time to bet, get the money, and then still go back to the black market later that day and purchase whatever you want before reset. So don't stress. Again, just take your time with all this stuff. Well, thanks again for watching, everybody. I know it was a little bit longer one, but I really wanted to walk through everything so everybody had a better understanding of what to expect, how to go through it, how to think through the black market. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.